Stranger, thank you for coming in on such short notice. The world is a dark place.
Who will protect the world from darkness?
We will. I suppose I should tell you you'll have a partner on this mission.
A partner? Who?
Svetlana Lupescu. I know you really don't like her,
I
stranger,
don't like anyone. I hate monsters.
I wouldn't call her a monster. She's only half vampire.
Half is too much.
But it's that half of her that makes her so ideal for this assignment. You put aside your personal feelings in the past, stranger. I trust you'll do the same now.
If she crosses me, she dies.
I'm sure she feels the same about you.
Nice to see you again, stranger. I look forward to working with you.
Have either of you ever heard of the Yathvogil stone?
The Yathgi?
Then you've heard of it. I suspected you might.
Only through legend. It's the holy grail of the vampire world. The vampire who wields it is said to be immune to those things that would kill any other vampire. He can walk anywhere, even in sunlight, and strike down man or beast with a thought.
Yes, those are the legends. Some even suggest that the stone is the petrified heart of an ancient vampire. But legends aside, we think we've tracked down the artifact.
I always thought that it was just as much a myth as the Holy Grail.
What makes you think the Grail is a myth?
Yes, well, we think we might have found the Yathvogil stone. Our intelligence suggests that a castle in Germany by the name of Gaustadt was the last known location of the artifact. Rumors, of course, but reports of strange creatures and supernatural events have been becoming suspiciously more frequent over the past century. But whether the stone is there or not, something is drawing the supernatural to that mountain.
This is beginning to sound like a research assignment.
It's far more important than that. Your mission is to retrieve the artifact. We've surveyed the regions as best we can. Reports that have trickled out over the past 100 years indicate that the journey itself to the castle will be treacherous.
Why is it so important to retrieve this stone? No one here can utilize its full potential. I suspect that not even I would benefit from its powers, since my half-human blood gives me many of the benefits this stone is rumored to bestow.
As you know, our trophy hall is filled with weapons and artifacts of great power that would allow an individual to rule the world should he wield them properly. By keeping them here under lock and key, we can ensure that they never fall into the wrong hands.
Why not simply destroy them?
Some cannot be destroyed. We've tried. Others may prove useful to us in the future. In the event of another great war, we have weapons that would guarantee our victory against any odds. Returning to business, we've done some preliminary reconnaissance. Our operatives couldn't penetrate very deeply into the foothills. The entire area is crawling with werewolves.
I thought you killed all the werewolves in Germany.
We tried to find relatives or friends of anyone from the Gaustadt region. We couldn't find one person with any connection to the area. We do know that small villages in the area were inhabited as late as the 1850s, but since then, no one has had any first-hand contact with anyone there. All the information you need is on your desks, and your travel arrangements have been made. Good luck, and be careful.
Meet me at the elevator when you're ready to leave, stranger.
I don't have to look up to know the stranger has just entered this room. The power of your thoughts precedes you, stranger.
Cut the crap, Hiram. I've known you long enough to know you can't read minds.
Technically, that is true. But you know I can sense intense feelings. And you, my dear fellow, have the most intense aura I've ever encountered. It's obvious you have a new mission that you're not looking forward to. Though I can't imagine what objection you could have against any mission.
The Colonel assigned Svetlana as my partner.
Oh.
Stranger, can you come back later? As you can see, I'm extremely busy.
I have to leave on a mission soon.
I see. And you want to know if I have any goodies for you? What's the mission?
Werewolves and vampires.
Vampires? Svetlana just returned from her last mission. I don't suppose she's going on this mission with you, is she?
Yes.
Interesting. Well, I've got the standard aqua vampira that Hamilton Killian helped develop. Better than holy water, he always said. And I have a new item that I just finished. I haven't had time to field test it yet. Basically, it produces artificial sunlight. It takes a while to charge up, but when it does, it ought to fry any vampires, and at the very least, temporarily blind anything else. You'd better not accidentally shoot a team member with it, especially Svetlana. I wonder if this machine will even have an effect on a Dampier. Either way, it might not be a good idea to use this if you and Svetlana are going to be in close proximity during the mission.
I'll take my chances. What do you call it?
It's the Charged Radiance Emitter, or more colorfully, the Son of God.
Nice. Anything else?
Werewolves, huh? Where did you say you're going?
Germany.
I thought you killed
What
all
else
the...
do you have?
Sorry, stranger, just the standard silver bullets. I've been very busy. You're lucky I was able to finish the sun before your mission.
And stranger, I'm not used to seeing you here. I thought you did all of your training in the field.
I do.
So you just thought you'd drop by for a visit, huh?
Yes.
Well, Ken's showing me a couple of new mental techniques to use in battle. His teachings have greatly helped me expand my fighting style and my spiritual prowess, as he calls it.
I hear you have a mission assignment. You and Svetlana are to find the Yachtful Gaol.
You hear a lot. It's a damn treasure hunt.
Ah, but the forests are supposedly overrun with werewolves once again. I would gladly join you if the Colonel did not fear human interaction on this mission.
Stranger, come and fight. I'll step out and you can take on Marlin. He's got to be the toughest bastard in the world. Even when he's holding back, I can barely last 5 minutes. I'd hate to fight against him when he isn't pulling his punches.
Yes, stranger. Let us spar.
I don't think you'd like the outcome.
All right. Let us know if you change your mind.
Watch out.
Wait. This one's not a monster.
Are you crazy? He just climbed out of a grave.
I'm telling you, he smells of life.
Who are you?
Sentinels! No, they're everywhere.
Sentinels? Who are these sentinels?
Huge, monstrous things. Hideous things that will devour you whole.
Come on, Svetlana. He's crazy.
I'm crazy. You come here of your own free will. You're crazy. You'll never escape.
You obviously escaped.
Yes, but I'm not crazy. I'm a genius. I hid in the coffin with my friend's corpse, so when they buried him out here, I could escape. Ah, they found me!
What was that all about?
I'm not sure. He was totally mad. But one thing I am sure of. There are vampires here. I can smell them. Did you see the bite marks on his neck?
Yes. I can feel air coming from this crypt. It smells like fresh air. It might open into the town somewhere.
I can't go on. We're nearing holy ground.
We just tromped through an entire graveyard. Why stop now?
That little graveyard was never consecrated. It's not holy. But the ground here burns my skin. To go any further would be suicide.
Fine. I'll go on alone.
I'll find another way in.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and enter the village through the crypt. Try to open the front gate. In the meantime, I look for another way in. Excellent work. What in the world is this thing? I've never seen anything like it. Whoever summoned this beast must be very powerful.
There might be others like it.
Did you find any villagers?
Not one. They're either dead or hiding.
With monsters like this roaming the streets, I can't blame them. Shouldn't we try to find some of the villagers?
Are you friend or foe?
We are not your enemy.
Well, then, greetings. Welcome to the fair village of Falkenberg, strangers. I am the village mayor. What might I call you?
I am Svetlana Lupescu.
Stranger is fine.
Very well. I have no idea how you found our little village. It matters not, I suppose. You should return now the way you came. You are both in terrible danger.
What? You mean these creatures? We can handle ourselves.
But don't you see? It is only a matter of time before an army of those things is sent to replace those you have slain. Please leave. It will benefit no one for 2 more people to suffer as our town suffers.
We didn't come this far to be dissuaded by one man's opinion. Tell us what you know and keep it brief. You can worry about our safety later.
A great evil has befallen us. You've seen some signs of that evil here. The oppression from Castle Gaustadt has become more and more severe since our people, settled in this valley after the bloody reign of Andronicus Comminus.
Andronicus? Andronicus ruled in the 12th century.
Impressive. You know our history well. Our people have been here a long time, and each year our village falls deeper into ruin. I feel we've only a few years left. And because of your actions today, we might have even less time. Count Voiku's wrath will descend upon this innocent town when he learns his sentinels have been slain.
Count Voiku?
He is the master of Castle Gaustadt, beyond the forest, on the mountain that overlooks this valley.
Tell us about this count. He is not a normal man, is he?
What do you mean?
He's a vampire, is he not?
Well, yes. That is rumored to be so. Why would you suspect such a thing?
I can smell it. And there were bite marks on a man outside this village.
Man? What man?
He didn't tell us his name. He was babbling, warning us about the sentinels.
Did he say anything else?
That's all.
How did he escape? The sentinels don't let us wander from town.
Apparently, he hid in a coffin with a corpse and was buried outside of town.
How clever. Well, at least one person has escaped the Count's iron grip. If that madman truly is a vampire, think of the horrors he must be inflicting upon our children.
Your children?
Over the past year, the Count has taken all of our daughters. For what vile purpose we can only guess. We tried to fight back, but his sentinels are too many and too strong.
Now that the sentinels are gone, we recommend that you flee the city.
Never. This is our home. We may die defending it, but we will not run like cowards. We are a proud people, and if we leave, our daughters will surely die. I will not ask you to involve yourselves in this horror, but it's obvious that you are capable warriors. If you offer your help, we will accept it. But we will not leave this town.
We'll discuss the matter with this Count Voiku. If we can't reason with him,
We will kill him.
A humble village appreciates your help. I pray, for the sake of our town and our children, that you are successful.
Tell us what you know about Count Voiku and Castle Gestadt.
I know nothing.
stranger, you cannot interrogate these people like criminals. You are scaring them even more. I swear, you have the social skills of Attila the Hun. Why don't you let me do the talking? Do you know anything that might help?
Watch out for wolves. The forest north of here is teeming with them. Some people say they are actually werewolves. There was a man who lived in the forest long ago. He might still be there. He was a trapper named Yuri. He's probably the only man alive who could survive out there. A humble village appreciates your help. I pray, for the sake of our town and our children, that you are successful.
Please tell us about what's been happening in this village.
You should never have come here.
Let us help you. Tell us what you know.
Our people have lived in these mountains for over 1,000 years. You have no business here.
horse, flesh torn from shattered bones. The smell of werewolves is overwhelming. They are all around us.
Why don't they attack?
They are toying with us, surrounding us. They will attack soon enough. Yori, we have come from village Falkenberg. We are traveling to Castle Gstaad.
I don't think anyone's home.
The smell of life is fresh here. Someone was here recently, but he is gone now. Yori, we have come from village Falkenberg. We are traveling to Castle Gstaad.
Please come in. These woods are dangerous. Traveling to Castle Gstaad, you choose a poor place to visit. Count Voiku does not welcome guests.
We've come to stop Count Voiku.
Kill him, if necessary.
Dan, my prayers are with you. My mastery is over the forest. If I thought I stood a chance of beating him, I would have traveled to the castle years ago and killed the Count myself. I'm safe from him here. He avoids the forest and the werewolves that live here. In an ironic way, I owe those beasts my life. My people once were gypsies, well versed in the darker arts. One of our talents was the art of skinwalking. When we first fell under Voiku's thumb, a troop of our bravest men volunteered to wear the skin of the wolf and take to the forest to protect us from the Count. Eventually, he learned to make the winged ones that can pass over the forest instead of through it. The man-wolves grew restless, hungry. After centuries of walking as beasts, our protectors forsook their allegiance to us and grew feral. Our once warriors began to stalk us. They became as great a threat to us as Voiku himself. Now, only I survived. Those of my people not devoured by the wolves were taken by the vampires. Take whatever traps and medicines you think you can use. The traps can be used repeatedly. They are not lethal, but they can slow down the fiercest of beasts. Beware the traps I've hidden throughout these woods. Some are very lethal, and they do not discriminate between man and beast.
It's a vampire.
Staked through the heart. Just holding another stake? Why would a vampire carry a stake?
A civil war among the vampires?
There's a werewolf carcass over here. Must have been quite a fight. there's a note here.
Be wary, traveler. A great evil breeds in this forest. Wife and I sipped of a final potion, so we never are consumed by the evil. Leave now, while your ability remains. Judging by their appearance and the absence of odor, I would say these people died several decades ago. This bridge doesn't look too safe. I think we should try to find another way across. Well, I can make that jump, but I doubt you can. Looks like you'll have to try your luck with the bridge. I will see you on the other side.
Let's split up and search this place.
Be careful, stranger.
Svetlana. Do you need any help?
I don't need help. You're the one who needs help.
What the hell? Crazy bitch.
She's not the woman you knew before.
Who the hell are you?
To serve my master, I need no name.
What do you know about her?
The Dampier? She's been changed like all the others.
How did you know she was half vampire?
The Count has taken particular interest in her ever since the two of you arrived. Her special abilities will be of great use to him.
There's no way she'd ever serve a man like the Count.
Believe me, she is not the woman you brought here. When the Count takes a woman as his bride, she changes. She belongs to him now.
Nothing doing. She leaves with me.
As long as the Count lives, none of his brides will leave. With you or anyone else.
Very well, then.
Don't be a fool. You can't kill him. He's immortal.
If you only knew how many immortal creatures I've killed.
Someone comes.
boy!
Please let me go. I'll do anything. Just let me live.
Did you taste the Count's blood?
I don't know.
Did you taste his blood?
I don't know what you mean.
Very well. I won't hurt you. I'll take you back to Falkenberg.
Falkenberg?
Yes, your home.
I'm not from Falkenberg.
The mayor? What do you know of the man in this portrait?
I've never seen him before.
Stranger, what are you doing?
I'm about to kill you.
Are you out of your mind? How many times do I have to tell you that being half vampire doesn't make me evil?
You sound like you're back to normal now.
Almost. I feel like I've been kicked in the head. My ears are ringing. I had to fight off the Count's influence, and it wasn't easy. I vaguely remember talking to him, but it's all a blur. He drove his own will into my mind and controlled me like a puppet. I've never had my mind taken over like that before. He was extremely powerful.
Not powerful enough.
It's ironic that you saved me, considering our past.
We have no past.
Try as you might, you can't forget everything.
I can.
If you say so. Shall we be off? It looks like we've managed to save at least one of the village's daughters. What's your name?
Notja.
Come with us. Your parents in Falkenberg will be delighted to see you.
I'm not so sure about that. She's not from Falkenberg. In fact, I don't think anything the mayor told us was the truth. Look at this portrait.
The mayor of Falkenberg?
I think he's held other titles in the past.
I knew it. I thought the scent of vampires was too strong in that town. I assumed that the Count and his minions had left that smell. Huh, it makes perfect sense now.
What makes perfect sense?
The mayor is the true lord of this castle. The Count was his son. The old vampire and his retainers must have been banished to Falkenberg, exiled from his own kingdom and herded with werewolves. The crazy man we met outside the village wasn't escaping from just the sentinels. He was escaping from the townsfolk themselves. They are vampires, and he was meant to be their food.
An entire town of vampires held captive by the Count? Why didn't he just kill them all?
I don't know.
Perhaps I can explain.
You made a huge mistake in showing yourself, now that I know who you are.
Clever girl, this one. I thought she might have been a Dampier when she first came into the village. I thought for sure she would detect us, but she never put the clues together.
So, I was right. The Count was your son.
Yes, that insolent bastard. Now that you've killed him, my people and I can return home to this castle.
Stranger, put your guns away.
You know I have no sense of humor.
I'm not joking, stranger.
You'd be wise to do as your friend says.
I have no friends.
Then you would be wise to make her one. The reason my son did not kill me was because he did not know how to properly utilize the Yatki. Until I revealed its secret to him, he knew he could not kill me. But I would not give up that secret easily.
The Yathki.
Yes, now that it's back in my control, things can return to normal around here. My son managed to separate me from the Yatki long enough to overpower me. I've spent the past 100 years waiting for the misused power of this stone to destroy him. Thank you for accelerating the process. My followers and I have tried to reclaim the castle by force on a number of occasions. You might have seen the aftermath of those attempts littering the forest and this castle. And beyond my son's resistance, the werewolves of the forest interfered with our attempts as well. There were times when 3 separate forces met in those accursed woods. You've proven yourself quite capable. If you weren't a mere human, I'd ask you to join me. As it is, I would be honored if this lady were to join my ranks.
No thanks. I have other obligations.
A foolish choice, my dear. Now I suppose there's nothing left for me to do but kill you. Ho, But since you have helped me to regain my castle and the Yatki, I'll overlook the fact that you have killed my minions and the brides I have taken the past millennium to collect. You are free to leave this castle. Take with you this pitiful girl child my son failed to make his own bride. But know that if you ever set foot in this house again, you will belong to me.
Thank you, kind sir.
What about the stone?
The stone stays, stranger. We leave. Now.
Not until our mission is complete.
Stranger, you cannot see the things that I see. You must simply trust me when I say that his offer to leave must be taken. His son, the Count, was a frail degenerate compared to him.
So our mission is a failure.
Not necessarily. I doubt this man will make the same mistake twice. He will not allow another to overthrow him. And whether the Yatki is locked in Spookhouse's basement or in this vampire's castle, we at least know where it resides.
But he's a blood-sucking vampire. As soon as we leave, he'll be out looking for more food and new brides. Innocent humans will have their lives torn apart.
We'll deal with him when the time is right. But there's nothing the two of us can do about it now, alone. Throwing ourselves at him would be suicide, so calm down. Besides, you already got to kill a really powerful vampire today, so cheer up.